Is there anything in this world that can change everyone's fate? Let me tell you, there really is. There are 3 stages in life. In the first stage, you think you are not living well because you don't have any answers in your brain, and then you think that choice is more important than hard work. You have listened to a lot of truths, but you just can't live a good life. You clearly know what is right, but you just don't want to do it. You don't know and do what you want, and you can't do it. People say that people are born in adversity. You were born in dire straits, but you wasted all the knowledge you learned on talking nonsense with others, arguing, and being a keyboard warrior. In the end, you found that all your attention was unrewarded. In the second stage, you clearly know that you are not doing well because you can't do it. There are too many correct choices in this world, but each choice may be unable to pass every node due to the suffering, boredom, and frustration on the long journey. And you must know very clearly that after you make any choice, there must be a lot of people who make the same choice. They will compete with you, trip you up, make things difficult for you, bully you, and exclude you. You will have huge competitive pressure. In fact, the choice is often not difficult. The difficult part is the various resistances, obstacles, and enemies on the road. In any choice, you can only stand out if you defeat the vast majority of competitors. I believe that you have felt the cruelty after this choice since childhood. This is a person's execution ability, stress resistance, and especially mental strength. The power of not being tired of facing difficulties and fighting hard is always more important than your ability to make choices. So why do many toxic chicken soups always like to render you that choice is more important than hard work? This involves a characteristic of the human brain. The characteristic of the human brain is that after you paint a pie for him, he will ignore the difficulties on the specific path. So this is why many videos tell you at the beginning that as long as you do A, you will get B immediately, and you will get it if you choose the right one. In fact, you can't get it because of the difficulties on the specific path, the pain of execution, and the mental torture of execution. You may not be able to get through it. I can't tell you this because most people's brains are mainly driven by emotions. If you paint a pie for them, they will think about the pie and forget the specific path. This is why I have been emphasizing path thinking and answer thinking. People with answer thinking want to hear a good answer and then immediately change their fate. Choice is greater than effort. We are often obsessed with the ability to choose, but if you think carefully, the ability to choose is often closely related to your experience. For example, I read a book by someone who said that the world is a huge playground. I have experienced it, so I know where this cognitive error is. It seems that you really live in an amusement park and can play whatever you want. In fact, the facilities in any amusement park in the world are clearly marked with prices. Some people are born to experience all kinds of happiness, but for most ordinary people like me, this world is a surer field. They compete with each other, provide services to others, and get cheap rewards to barely survive. In surer field, the track is designed for ordinary people. Amusement is a higher level thing. I am exhausted just by struggling to survive in surer field. You told me that this world is an amusement park and I was born a negative number. Okay. I am not here for amusement. I have gained a little bit since I was a child. I want to buy a toy. My breakfast money is more than 1 yuan every day. I have to starve every day and save that breakfast money. You tell me that I am hungry, and I have been hungry for 2 weeks to get a toy. It is an amusement park. I can only say that the occasional amusement is also obtained through your hard work. A so-called admission ticket, so chicken soup, you should not believe it easily. The person who sells chicken soup is making money from the IQ of these people in surer field. Therefore, the most difficult people to deceive in any field are those who live in that field. At the beginning of this video, I said that there is only one thing that can change everyone's life, and that thing is the long-term moment. First of all, we have to understand a truth. In fact, most people can persist. For example, many people have insisted on washing their faces and brushing their teeth for many years. Some people have insisted on moving bricks on the construction site for many years, and some people have insisted on working overtime for many years and have become ill, and die hard is a more advanced thing. Each of us has many things that we don't know. If you can die hard and make those things you don't know, it means that you don't need to rely on low-level repetition to persist and suffer. Many times, our persistence is nothing more than an uncomfortable comfort zone. Die hard is a spirit of facing difficulties. I must understand what I don't understand. If there is a south wall, I will crash the south wall, try every possible way, and toss endlessly. Generally, we say that people who die hard have a spirit of windpie, and once such people are in the right direction, they are really unstoppable. Die hard is a spirit of research and development. I must research more advanced techniques. People with the spirit of die hard, even if they don't achieve great success, must live much better than most ordinary people, and must be dragons and phoenixes among people. A person who insists he never fights to the death, never looks for better tricks, and never studies the science of the brain. So persistence is important, but fighting to the death is the advanced persistence. Next, I will talk about the third stage of life. You are no longer obsessed with cognitive upgrades and the importance of choice because this is a game of both and want and want. Playing in this game means that you are very rich in thought, but the things you want are all pie in the sky, and you can't eat them. There are still many people who paint pie for you every day, constantly emphasize the importance of cognition, and sell you cognitive pills. It seems that all the misfortunes in your life are because your cognition is too low somewhere. Then you have jumped out and you begin to choose to accept whether a thing is good or bad. Accept that to get something, you have to do it countless times in the specific journey, and even you have to give up many entertainment activities, many things that you can't give up, and sometimes even your dignity. You may endure some bad things for some good things. You can accept the good side of things and the bad side of things. In the process of obtaining anything, there must be countless hardships, discomforts, and then you will have no regrets after choosing, no regrets after working hard, and no regrets in the process of continuous execution. Don't think of B when you see A, and think of C when you see B. Don't think of whether you can make the best choice in your mind before you start to do something. Or, after you make a choice, you look around and always feel that your choice is not the best, and then you feel very uncomfortable. People will make countless choices that are not good for themselves in their lives. People do and say what they say, and slowly move towards a state of no regrets, in exchange for peace of mind, relaxation, and security. If you observe the world carefully, you will find that many people cannot persist in the long term and stick to one thing for a long time. A big reason is that they cannot feel at ease and they are afraid that others will make negative comments about what they do. Many people who have a vested interest in us, but have disgusted us for a long time, we cannot let go of them calmly, because you are always afraid that you will regret it after making a choice. All the things in this world that we think are difficult, you will find that you can master them after working hard for a while. No matter what field, if you keep working hard, you will soon become an expert in this field, maybe half a year or 2 years. For example, I tell you that drones will become means of production in the future and will be used on a large scale. If you want to become an expert in repairing drones, you only need to study every day and work hard on the small problems of repairing drones. When I put forward this view, many people will definitely say that drones are saturated. In the early stage of drones, they were used to deal with the signals of the sky, and there was no such thing as repairing drones. I once had a friend who studied app development. He was a sailor and a complete layman. He spent 2 years to become an expert in that field. Later, he had a monthly income of more than 60,000 in Luohu district. The sailing he learned had nothing to do with the development of this app. He just relied on hard work. He told me that he suffered a lot, but it was like peeling off several layers. When he was learning, some people were also brushing this app. The market is saturated. If you don't have personal experience to practice something, how do you know whether it is saturated or not? There is another thing. Only if you plan early, there are few people in this track, so you have a chance. You have to plan in advance, not wait until it is crowded, and then you say you will do it, which will be difficult. In the future, drones will become something like electric cars. You can repair, fly, and sell. These are 3 concepts. Repairing is definitely the Most people are anxious when making choices, and they are worried about gains and losses during execution. There are too many unnecessary emotions. Once these unified emotions that make you unable to feel at ease come, you will find excitement to relax, eat, drink, have fun, brag, and insist on doing one thing. Once you encounter difficulties, you will magnify this difficulty at the emotional level. I'm sure I can't handle it. I'd better go back. In fact, what you need is to fight with confidence. You will find that after fighting once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times, hey, the thing seems to become simple slowly. When you fight with things that you don't know, you will slowly find that because of long-term calm and persistent efforts, you have achieved various achievements and fruitful results, and your mental exhaustion has disappeared. You gradually get used to accepting that things must have a bad side. You can calmly persist and achieve various achievements in your life through the bad side of things. This is the meaning of life. In my opinion, the most profound memory of any entrepreneur must not be when he easily succeeds, but when he struggled through the difficulties step by step, and finally achieved 1 million, which is more exciting, happier, and more unforgettable than when he earned 10 million. If you like my show, please follow and like it.